right. Should be recording. Okay. What is up, Gucci gang? How's it going, everybody?
Who are you talking to?
This is episode 2 of FlockTalk.
This is a private.
We've done it once.
We're talking to our single listener.
We're back at it. We're back at it.
Who's our single listener?
After
let him do the introduction.
Who?
After popular, Sujay, shut the fuck up. After popular demand, we're back at action. FlockTalk episode 2. Special guest. We'll see how special he is after this interview, but the special guest is Sujay, Someshwar. But before we let him introduce himself, we'll introduce everybody. So first and foremost, actually not foremost, but first, it's your boy KZ, 207 born and raised, host with the most.
Okay. I don't know what are these introductions.
Oh my god, bro. You're interrupting me already. But it's your boy CDZ, still trapped in the 217, born and raised. Coming out of you from the real Panther Creek.
It's your boy,
yeah.
Currently most likely to suck dick for a haircut.
That's
okay.
That's pause. Big, that's a huge pause.
Okay.
This in a couple of years, and we're gonna be you're Kevin and
Sujay,
Cameron.
shut the
You're gonna
fuck
see
up.
your you're gonna see your thing.
Sujay, you're gonna get kicked off the show off your own interview. All right.
Hi, we got Ishan here, aka Dynasty out of Detroit.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Ashwin here, 217 born and raised.
Oh,
Wait to be original.
God!
Bro.
Oh my God!
Guys.
All right, Sujay,
Ashwin,
introduce yourself.
so-
Sujay, hey, let's stay focused. Sujay, introduce yourself, man. Tell the people who you are.
Tell the people it's us. I'm Sujay.
Let them know.
God, bro, why you
That's all I
guys
need to know.
Bro,
just do the thing, bro. Just
All right,
Why
I
don't
can
we
introduce
do
him
the
for
thing?
you guys. As you guys can tell, Sujay is a lot. Sujay is a lot to handle, man. He
CJ's a
likes to question
contrarian, bro.
things. He likes to contrast things. So because of that, we're gonna do things different this time for him as well, and he's not gonna get his own introduction. So we're gonna hop right into it then.
That's crazy.
So Sujay, how have you
Damn,
been,
right.
man? What have you been up to recently in these
Tell the people what you've been
challenging
on.
times?
Just kind of doing like work, playing video games.
What you been doing
Jerking
for the
off.
people lately?
Not really much else. What do you mean doing for the people?
Like what you been doing for the culture? What's your message for the people?
I don't know. I don't really have a message. I'm just kind of playing video games and doing schoolwork.
How do you feel though? Like, what's your emotional status? Are you feeling good? Feeling bored?
You
Bored,
feel
I'd
like
say.
you're trapped in the 217?
I'm fine. I started. I don't have a scale or anything, but I started making a sourdough starter. Have you seen that Joshua Wiseman video?
Yo, Joshua Wiseman, he's dope, but he's so pretentious sometimes.
I know, but that's part of his charm, you know.
That is true.
Bro, what?
He's a
But yeah,
I don't follow that one.
I started making a sourdough starter.
Okay.
It's going
Yeah, that's
along.
dope.
I don't know how it's going because I don't have a scale or anything, so it's a lot of just kind of like guesswork. It's cool though.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope that you're keeping busy though. Cool. All right, so I think we're just gonna hop right into it then. Sujay, were you born and raised in Springfield? I remember you moved, right? You moved to Springfield in 5th grade, right?
I did move to Springfield in 6th
Okay,
grade.
so where are you from before then?
I used to live in California.
Where in
that's right.
California?
This place called Redwood City.
It's
That's
out of
right.
San Francisco, right?
It's like a little bit out. It's like 30 minutes
Bay
away.
Area.
Didn't you
Yeah,
also
so
spend a
the
year
Bay-
in India?
So
Hey, you have the opportunity to introduce yourself with the Bay Area born and raised, and for some reason you do not.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of dumb, especially when Ashwin did the 217 born and raised. It really
Bro,
made
but
me
Yeah.
Bay Area,
what do you
dude,
think?
Bay
hey,
born from
hold
the
up. Hey, Cameron, hold up 1 second though, man. Let's hear Sujay describe how growing up in the Bay was for you, and then describe how moving to Springfield was.
I don't know. I mean, it was. I have really bad memory. I don't remember a lot. I just kind of remember. I biked a lot. There was the school was within biking distance, so I biked to school then too. And I guess that's why I biked to school in high school too. And then
Okay.
and we lived near a bike path, so I went on bikes a lot. I don't know. I don't know much more than that.
So a lot of bikes.
Yeah, a lot of bikes.
Bikes define your childhood. It sounds like.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. Okay. How was
Define your
growing up in
childhood.
Springfield? How was growing up in Springfield for you?
I don't know.
I know it was an interesting start in 5th grade, right?
No, it's fun. It's cool when you get to meet new people. Like at the same, I think that back in fifth grade was like closer to peak Sujay than it is now. He wanted to meet new people. I'm fine with like who I've met, but
You were a slave.
Yeah, wait. You're saying that was your
yeah. Yeah, sure. Why not?
You're like-
I mean,
That's crazy.
He was
Okay,
like
shit.
10, 11 years old. That was the best of me.
Bro,
yeah.
Well, I can see that. My main problem is the fact that the whole situation with me, you, Ishan, and that one kid Ryan.
Yeah.
You know,
That was fun
Yeah.
times. It was
Even
fun
though
times.
it was
your
like
peak, though.
Was it fun times?
It was-
Ishan? Weren't you a
It
slave?
was fun because Sujay was there.
as much
What
as
about
like
me?
it kind of there was like some bad moments. It was kind of like fun that it was kind of happy that like I didn't just like have no friends. Like I hear about people who don't really have
That's
that
fair.
close friends and then have like and they're just like have friends rotating in and out, and it's
that's
and it's
real.
like kind of fun to have, even though like it sucked kind of. It was always like there was always an element of like he's got to be joking, right? So there was like this like it was kind of
Yeah.
funny. And,
Right, a bit of
don't say yeah.
stability.
Don't say yeah. Don't say yeah. Ishan's the only
Talking
one
to
who
me?
can say yeah. No, yeah. I'm talking to you, Kevin. Don't say oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't,
Okay, that's
fuck
fair.
you.
That's fair. Hey,
Well-
but I do think you have a good point though, because most people really don't have this sort of a squad, right? That
Yeah,
they can just do
I've been
anything
talking to
with.
a lot of people.
A lot of people, I mean, even people that were conceived as so-called popular, friends rotate in and out. Friends aren't real sometimes, and we never really had to deal with that. So
I always thought
I
Grace
agree.
was really. I always thought that Grace was really popular and she had a lot of friends. But I mean, Grace did have a lot of friends, but like I don't think she ever had anyone like. I talked to her. I've talked to her a lot since since we became roommates and all that, and like she never had that. It's like it's really different how I always had you guys, even if there were like dumb shit sprinkled through. I always like had you guys. I always could like
Right.
rely, but
Right. I think that's true for all of us.
friends kind of circled in and out of like her stuff. So
Yeah.
it's kind of it made me reflect a little bit, even though fifth
true.
grade kind of was like it was I don't know.
Yeah, it's ups and downs.
And it was like I look back on it fondly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cameron, you want to ask this next question?
Do you have a list of questions pulled up for all of you guys?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so yes.
We just
I mean,
communicate telepathically
that's
over Google.
The go-to
got
one,
it.
the 3 words one. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you've grown up in Springfield for the back half of your life. Like how would you sum up Springfield
I wouldn't say
I'm-
back.
so far? How would you describe Springfield in 3 words?
Do they have to be like 3 words together, or can they be like 3 adjectives in a row?
Whatever you want. Whatever you want it to be.
Just pick 3.
Up to you, man.
3 words.
It has to be 3. See, I feel I don't have like great memories of Springfield. I think all of my memories are
What?
just attached to you guys. It's like
No, well, if you could.
we were in.
That's a fair point.
I met friends. I don't know. I feel like
Those are your
if
3?
I had,
Okay, those are your 3.
I met
Those
friends.
solid.
I met friends. Oh, okay, I see it.
You
I
guys
had-
think that was solid? Okay. I'm glad you guys think
That's a
so.
good answer.
Like what did just like what would you
So much disrespect right now.
huh?
like do you have fond memories of Chatham then? Do you consider
No,
that?
I have fond memories of like Centennial Park and like school and all that. But like, I don't have like
Like there's no memory of there's no when you think of Springfield,
when I think
you're
of
not really
Springfield,
thinking about the city. Like there's the city
when I
means
think
nothing to you.
no, it does. There's a lot of
But
but
only
like,
because of us, right?
Hey, let him talk. Let him talk.
there's like Centennial Park. I like outside of. I'll go there on my own, and I like going on the bike trail. But when I think of Springfield first, I always think of like, oh, who's back in town? Who's there? That's
No, that
what
makes sense. I think
That's
I
what
think
I
that makes
mainly-
sense.
Not to say I
Okay.
dislike Springfield. I mean, it's okay. There's a lot of places that I like Centennial
Yeah.
Park. I really like
I follow.
Centennial Park. That's my. But when I think of it, I first think of who's here. So
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, I follow that. For you, so you were here in intermediate school. So for you, would you say intermediate school, middle school, or high school was the toughest for you?
Toughest, like in terms of
Mhm.
what? Anything?
Just like you had the most obstacles in that school. You found it hardest to adjust.
High school. I think high school. Yeah. What are you drinking wine or something? What?
Yeah, the vino for the heart.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's how we roll.
Yeah, I'd say high school. I mean, there's just the most stuff happened then. I don't really remember a lot of stuff happening in middle school or intermediate school. I mean,
Stuff
there was a
by
lot of
stuff, as in.
I don't know. It's like it's just more years, and also everyone's getting a little more grown up, so all of this stuff is a little more serious, you know. Like
Okay.
before, I didn't have to think about like in intermediate school and like most of middle school, I didn't really have to think about like. Actually, never mind. Just
Oh
like
my
Hey,
God.
come on, man.
What are you gonna say?
There's no
Finish
such
that
thing as a never
sentence.
mind.
Finish
on
that
this show.
sentence.
Yeah, you gotta finish.
Never mind
Translation
is not a
basically
thing on
he
this
was
show.
horny from a young age.
huh?
Huh?
Did you say I
Say
was
again.
horny from a younger age? Actually, I mean, I don't know if it was a young age, but I didn't start jerking off until the beginning of high school.
Yeah,
Okay.
it really took only
All
5
right.
minutes for this podcast to devolve.
I mean,
Wait, Sujay, is that where you're gonna
having
go?
to
Is that
figure
wait? But Sujay, I want you to finish your thought before that. Never mind, though.
yeah, no, I was just, okay. That's what I was gonna say. I was just gonna say that like there was a lot of more stuff like in high school. Before high school, I don't know. I didn't really think about like other like when
You
like
just
think
want to say
about
girls,
like how
man? Is that hard for you to say?
not just girls, but like
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
girls, but like also like
Oh my God.
when you like think about how other people are thinking about how you do things,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
like how like, oh, I did this, what did they think about that? And like
Okay.
and
Got you,
like
got you.
Facts.
oh, I never thought about that really before. And
Got
then
you.
all this stuff with and then in senior year there was all that stuff with Tanya, and then there's all that stuff.
Right.
And then it's I don't know, but I also liked high school the most. So like
For
even
sure.
though there's like a bunch of like it it was interesting. That's the big thing.
I follow.
Even
that makes sense.
yeah,
That makes a ton of sense.
biggest yeah. I don't know, biggest
Okay.
obstacle was just growing up. I didn't like that.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of related to that, going off of that a little bit. Speaking of growing up, tell me about what your goals are in life. What are your goals? Yeah.
I don't know. Never really thought that far ahead. Yeah. What are my goals in life? I want to make I want to make a really good tiramisu, but that's like I guess more of a short-term goal.
Okay.
Okay.
Talking
No, that's
long-term
valid.
goals. Are we talking long-term goals
Any
or like
goals.
So
short-term?
it doesn't have to be like super tangible. It can just be like
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Just wanna
Like
be happy,
tiramisu, that's a completely fair goal.
Then I'd say meet a loose girl, in the words of Dwight in the office.
Loose?
That's what I want.
Ah,
That's what
interesting.
I
I'm not
want.
familiar
That's
with
what
the
I
term.
want to
What's
do.
that?
In
I
the,
don't understand.
Yeah, I don't
okay.
understand.
Never mind that.
Ishan, explain it to me.
Sujay, does this mean solicit a
Dwight, in
prostitute?
terms of that one girl that he met at
Angela?
No.
brown haired, right?
Not
Not
in
Angela.
the
It's like
in
that
the
meme.
office.
It's that meme where he's like fuck, and then like he's hanging out with this
Nah.
other girl, right?
Nah, in The Office, there's an episode where they do New Year's resolutions, and Dwight doesn't like it, but Dwight's resolution, because he sees that everyone else is just doing dumb resolutions, like, I want to learn how to do a handstand or something like that. He says that his resolution for the new year is to meet loose women, just to meet a bunch of girls who will sleep with him. I thought that was
Trying to
kind
meet a
of
bunch of
funny.
hoes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
is
You know
that
what?
is
You know
that
what
one
I
of your
think is
goals,
really
man?
fun. I don't know if it looks like this on your computers, but CJ keeps like looking up to think, and Ishan is right above him. It looks like when he's talking to Ishan, he's trying to touch. Like I've been thinking about meeting loose women.
That's funny as fuck. Okay, Sujay. So loose women and tiramisu. Is that
Yeah. Actually, fun
Okay.
fact: did you know that tiramisu was invented at Italian brothels? It's because tiramisu means pick me up.
I
Really?
didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
is
didn't
that
know
why?
that.
That's crazy.
Oh, it makes sense.
that's why it has coffee.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
intended as like a light dessert after passionate love making at brothels.
You gotta.
Okay.
It picks
So
up.
okay,
It's
so
pretty
that's why that goes together, huh?
No, I just like
basically,
tiramisu, bro.
Your goals
Or
are,
it's like-
Okay, so
I guess, like more integrated with ladyfingers and multiple.
So CJ, you think you like a rapper?
that was actually very smart. What?
okay, so I think
CJ's
we've sort of
resolution is
exhausted.
literally getting
Hey,
a
guys.
hose.
I think we've sort of exhausted that question by the looks of it.
No. But CJ, that's your goal. Your goal is getting a hose.
Like you got something else, like career wise, something.
Like, come on.
Career wise, I don't have
Career-wise.
any career. I don't have any career.
I mean, like, all right, tell the people, what are you majoring in right now? What you trying to do after college?
I kind of want to do grad school. Kind of want to learn some more.
Okay.
Grad school.
I like learning.
Okay, that's a goal.
Okay.
That's a
Cool.
goal. Getting into grad
Yeah,
school.
I think one thing I will say, Sujay, I think you've always been someone that's more about like the actual process, like the actual learning itself, which I'm trying to be on, is something I aspire to do. And I
As
think
much,
that sort of, I don't know, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think that sort of lends itself to more just like sort of going with the flow a little bit more. I've always
yeah.
thought you
that-
kind of go with that a little bit.
I appreciate that, but even I'm not that great at it. Like, unless I'm like really interested, it's hard for me to do work. Like, and lately for some of my classes, like physical chemistry and like organic chemistry, where it's just mechanic. Okay, I'm not gonna but it's just like I'm more interested in just like let me finish this so I can go.
I've heard
something
PChem is
else.
hell. It's a slog.
Mine is
PChem
not. It's not hard. It's hard, but the teacher made it so that it's not hard
It's
to get
easier?
an A. It's not hard to
okay.
get an A, but it's like
The
the
material is
information
still-
the material is hard, and it's just all math, and that's not something that
Yeah.
It's not math in an
That makes
interest-
sense. That makes sense.
it's not math in an
Um,
interesting way. So I've been bad at lately at trying to like learn. So, but I try. So
Cool. So pivoting a
that's
little
what I'm
bit.
doing.
List all the crushes that you've ever had. Every single one that you can remember.
Like, is this going back to like in
Yes.
that time?
Intermediate school.
The answer
No,
is yes.
since Bay
Is
Area.
this counting? Is this counting?
The answer
I don't
is
remember.
yes.
I don't
the
remember.
answer whatever you're asking, the answer is yes.
Okay.
Whatever
Here,
questions
let
you
me
have
get-
about this question, the answer is yes.
Okay, so I'd say that like, first crush was like Zendaya from Shake It Up, and
Word.
Ooh, I didn't even think
Love
about
respect.
Oh.
Okay.
that was like, and I think that when did Shake It Up come out? Let
That
me
was
check.
in the 2010. I remember that era. Yeah.
It was in the
You
20.
remember that vividly.
It was in the 2010s. I remember that, but
Yeah.
okay, it started in
Wow,
2010.
XOX, if you know, you
It
know.
started in 20. Yeah. It started in 2010, and so that was around when I moved. So yeah, I'd say it was probably
Zendaya.
like Zendaya and like Bridget Mendler from like.
Good Luck Charlie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two good, and then
Tell me about that good look, Charlie.
It's a
then-
good show. It's a good show, man.
and it's
Okay.
it's a fun
Sujay.
show.
Keep
And then
going, Sujay.
yeah, and then I'd say okay, I don't know, I don't know. I think that then I'd say it's probably like what was that? That was okay. That is probably like a couple years, just of like I don't know what you mean by crush because like, but
on, man.
in terms of me, the way I describe it is like when I like thought about it outside of just like that person is that person like caught my eye or whatever.
Sure.
Because I don't remember every single time I
Sure.
remember I do
Sure.
that. But
Okay.
then I think it would be like you know Jennifer Aniston in Friends?
You know these are
That's
real
respect.
people too, right? You know these are people that you
Right.
actually know, right?
Yeah, like
I
let's
know.
talk about some people you know, okay?
I thought you said I
Let's go
could
through
pick
celebrity crushes. I
Like,
mean,
It's
we
not
grew-
but,
no, no,
a
it's not.
celebrity.
but it seems like you're only thinking of the
Yeah.
TV ones.
Okay, but I'm trying to go in order chronologically. I'll
Okay,
get
okay,
to it.
okay.
Go
It's an
for it.
hour
Let the man
show.
speak.
It's an hour show, Sujay, too. Just keep that in mind as well.
Does it
Not
have
to
to
rush
be?
you or
Is
anything.
Wait, is it locked into specific into a
No, it's
specific
not
time
locked
limit?
in.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, no, but-
There's no
but
way we
somewhat.
can secure these sponsorships if it just drags on forever.
Bro,
dog.
True.
this is it's a
Okay,
private.
okay, hey,
Okay,
guys,
sorry,
Sujay,
sorry,
Sujay,
sorry.
Sujay,
I'm
please,
trying. I'm doing. Okay.
please. I know it's a
Then
big
I'd
ask,
say.
but please.
Then
Ishan, quit looking down.
Sorry.
Then I'd say
It's too
in
funny.
no particular order: Blake Lively from Gossip Girl, Leighton Meester from Gossip Girl, then in some then do you remember that girl Michaela who went to that other school? And I was talking about it for maybe you guys don't remember. But
yeah.
she was a girl. She went to she goes to Champaign now, and she's friends
Is that
with
the
Alex.
girl's room we slept in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow,
She went.
okay.
She was in. No, this was before when she was in Key Club and like
I
a
remember.
lieutenant governor, and I was also one. And so we went to
In
these
general.
conferences every couple months, and I'd meet
Okay,
her,
cool.
and she sat next to
Okay,
me.
so
and-
Michaela.
but then I met
literally
her and I got to know her,
describing
and
her as a
I
cold
kind
Okay,
of don't like her
okay.
that much. And
So Michaela-
then I liked Dunstry for a period of time.
Okay, right. We don't have to
Then-
rehash that.
It's fine. It's not that big a deal. And then I liked Anna for a little bit. Then I like
man.
Mm-hmm.
who else?
Damn, dude, all you guys like Anna?
It's starting to look like it, man.
God damn.
For some period of time, I don't know. Who else? Some period of time, I liked Grace. I've liked.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
That's a solid list. That's a solid list.
Okay,
That's a good amount of people.
and then there's like innumerable
Right.
like celebrity crushes.
Caught my eye.
But
Oh,
Okay.
What about just like any
Cool.
girls in the lecture hall?
lecture hall? Nah.
No, that's
a
gonna
lot
be
of
too
the
many for Sujay.
In the lecture hall?
Sujay eyeing
Nah.
out all these dimes.
No, we got okay. So we
That
are
means
kind
there
of
aren't that
we are
many
running a bit behind
people.
schedule, guys. I will say. So we're gonna move on to the next one.
Don't
Describe
cut any
your
questions.
ideal. No, we're not. Describe your ideal significant other.
Ideal significant other? Legs like crow legs. Thin as a bone. Thin to the bone.
Why is that the first thing you think of, man? That has me concerned. Okay, no,
Why
I'm
not?
sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
like,
Crow legs, thin as ice. Then, including talons. Then
Oh God. Okay.
maybe like horse hooves for hands.
Come on, let's
So
be
that-
realistic.
Dude, Cam, dude.
But
Yeah,
this
are
is
we talking
cap.
about
This is
Sujay?
cap.
Are you talking
Sujay,
about like
please.
someone
Cat.
in real life? In real life?
Like-
Okay, real
Like,
life.
who would you want to be married
Bro,
to?
why are you trying to fuck
Okay.
a bird, bro?
Married to? Are we talking
Like,
about
who?
married
Like, what's
to?
the kind of person you want to be married
No,
to?
wait, like you're like what the
I
hell are
don't
you
know.
talking about?
Yeah, like what's her personality? What's the ideal girl's personality?
Right? Yeah, talk to him, Mushwin.
Ideal
Fuck
person? I don't know. Someone who's funny.
Funny. Okay,
Yeah.
Funny.
that's good.
Okay.
Funny.
Funny. We're gonna give you about another minute to think
Okay.
of this person.
Another minute? Just a minute? Okay.
Okay, like what'd you
shouldn't
like
be that
about these
difficult,
girls
man.
Come on,
in high
shouldn't
school?
you have
What'd
do
you
I
like
like
about
already?
them? What'd you
All
like
right,
about these
him
girls
talk,
in
let
high
him talk.
school?
Let him talk. Let him talk. He gets it.
Smart. I think I want someone who's smart. No, just someone who's passionate about what they do. That's
Okay.
and
Okay.
funny. That's
Smart, funny,
fair.
passionate about what they do. Is that?
and
Is
like
that just okay? Anything else?
Any physical traits?
Is she white?
good looking, or just good looking to me. That's it.
Okay.
If that's it.
That's a
Okay.
cool one.
All right. Cool. This is we're gonna have a couple of deeper questions now. So, what's an object that you own that has some significant like importance to you or some special meaning to you that not everyone would get off bat?
Like if they came in and if they like saw this, they wouldn't be like, oh, that's something that this person likes a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean I've had this stuffed bunny for like 4 years. I don't. It was in Anish, do you remember when we took government together?
Yeah, actually, I
And
do.
do you remember those girls were knitting stuff?
Yes. Wait, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, Jasper, she knitted this, and
That's cute.
and she gave it to me, and then I don't know, I've had it ever since, and now I don't really want to go anywhere without it. I put it in my bag wherever,
Yeah.
whenever. I don't know.
cute.
I mean, it's
Damn.
not that I thought.
I
Can
didn't
I
know
see it
that.
a little better?
Is it a bunny?
Yeah, has a little scarf too.
Damn.
Damn, I
That's
like
crazy.
that. That's cute, man. Cool. You have like a formative event or some story from your past that sort of shaped who you are today or had a significant influence on what you value?
Significant event that shaped my values. Does it have to be one event, or can it be like a series of events?
Yeah.
It can be a series.
Speak your
Up to you,
mind.
man.
Speak your mind.
I
Dog.
think that the things that are important to me are like having strong friendships and having a strong support group, and I think I guess like this is already that like had been like always been there, but I remember I went to Anisha's house once, and it was after a really long day, and I talked to him about a lot of stuff that happened, and it was that was really nice what Anish did for me, and I really like having people to talk to when
Shout out to
so
Niche.
Love you, bro.
yeah
Shout out to
yeah
Niche, man.
I want people who are I think something that I think is important is being empathetic towards other people's feelings. Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Hey, man, shout out Big Niche, man. Shout out the homie. Always
Yes,
there, ride or die. Cool. Okay, so now we're gonna switch to some memories that you have with the flock. So do you have like a favorite memory that stands out from the squad from middle school?
Middle school? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why I've been taking more pictures so that I can remember stuff more. I have really bad memory. Middle school. I'll be honest, I don't remember a lot of stuff from middle school, but the things that I do remember are like
Okay.
huh? Sorry, what?
What's this about to be?
Do you remember?
Oh,
I don't know if any of you guys
Oh,
that's
remember
state.
this.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Is that
But
state?
Basketball is crazy.
yeah,
That
That's
is-
state. Hey, you know what's crazy? Hey, Sujay, hold that right there.
Who's wearing
Same
jeans?
shit.
Kevin, are you wearing jeans?
wait,
Yeah,
Kevin,
I'm wearing
say
jeans.
something so I can see.
Me and-
in the house.
Do you
That's
have it
crazy.
Me
too?
Yeah, right here. Me and Sujay are both wearing jeans. That's me and you, man. And you see Ishan in the middle there?
What
Okay,
am
wait,
I
let me
doing?
turn off my
He's wearing
background.
shorts. He's wearing sports shorts.
Look
I'm
at
wearing
his face
sports
though.
shorts.
Look at his face though.
Ishan really looks a lot different, or not a lot different, but I'd say that you and
Look at
Kevin,
look at
Smixy.
Damn,
I
you
like
saw
that.
you did look different.
Kevin and Ishan look the most.
Wait, can I
different.
see where I am? I've never seen this picture.
I don't know. I
you're
don't remember
smirking.
this.
You're smirking
over
in the
here.
corner. That's you, Cameron.
Oh,
Cameras look iconic.
That was back when I was a little crazy kid.
And then there's a niche. I don't know if you see
You
that.
can see. Wait, do you see Usher's trash stash?
Was it
right
still-
on that.
Oh man, yeah, I do.
Oh,
Oh
it
boy.
is.
You know
It is
what-
difficult.
You know what the most
Okay,
memorable
let me go
trash
find this. Let me go
Ishan.
find this real quick.
I know I have it up
Ishan
there.
did have a
Oh,
memorable
yeah.
trash
Yeah,
stash.
yeah, I remember
one
that
picture
picture.
immortalized
That
it,
picture
yeah.
of you in that. Who was in Miss Cordy's room? Was there a picture of you in Miss Cordy's room?
no.
No, it was
There
that
was a
picture of
picture
Ishan for
with the tennis team.
With the tennis
The
Yeah.
team.
tennis team picture on the like whiteboard
Yep. Yep.
with Ishan's
That was
trash stash.
depressing.
I can't
That was
remember what
actually.
it was.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Wait, what do you
that's
guys
sad,
remember
but-
the most from middle school? I don't.
No,
Hey,
I don't
this is
about
well,
you,
you'll
This is
tune
you.
in for the next podcast to
Yeah.
find out. But
okay.
okay, transitioning to that a little bit. Tell us about your favorite memory from high school then.
High school. Dang, there's so many good ones. Does it have to be one?
Yeah, just pick one that stands
One or
out.
two.
Just one.
Does it
Just
have to
one.
be like? Can it be the Six Flags count?
Was that in high
Oh,
Yeah,
school?
that
that's
counts.
good. That was
That
dope.
counts.
I mean, it was
Oh,
after
yeah.
high school.
Oh yeah,
We had already
that counts.
graduated.
I think
that
that
counts
counts.
100%.
That
I
was a
liked,
fun time,
yeah,
man.
I really like that. I mean, I really memorable. I'd say I really thought that the whole thing with Tanya, where like we called the emergency room, that was pretty memorable. That's a
That's a
I
favorite
can't
memory.
That-
I don't
yeah.
think that's
favorite.
your
I thought you said
memory.
memorable.
No, favorite. That was
It was interesting.
But yeah, no, Six Flags though. Six Flags was good. We'll rock with that.
Oh no,
Um,
making food for Kevin on his prom date in
Oh
junior
man,
year.
you're too
That
nice.
was. I
Yeah.
have pictures.
That
Let
was
me pull them up.
ridiculously nice.
That was I remember Anish. I was gonna do it for free, but Anish was like, "You gotta stop letting these guys walk all over you. You're gonna get money." And I was like,
Yes.
I do.
I remember
and I
this.
was, and I mean, you gave me money for it, so like, I had so much fun. I love. That's really what made me. That's
shout
why
out
I
to you,
like
man.
cooking a lot. It's really
I
fun when
don't-
you see.
Yeah, I
When you
slid you.
see
I slid you. I slid you that bonus. I remember. I slid you that bonus.
Hey, do you remember this?
I can't see.
Wait, can you lift it up a little bit?
Jeez,
Can
I
you
don't
see?
like that. All right.
What'd you make?
Like that?
Is that your base?
I just like. No, I like that. Just not. I just. Yeah.
Yeah,
Different reason.
Wait, Sujay,
wonder
what
why.
food did you make?
Yeah.
Huh?
What food you make?
I made.
Oh
I
wait,
made,
let me tell him, Sujay. We
Okay.
made it was a chicken parmesan, right?
Yep.
Chicken parmesan.
Classic.
I made
And
chicken
then I
parm.
think there was it was either like a mousse, I think, at the end, or it was like was it a creme brulee maybe?
Nah, it's like it's one second.
It was really good, man.
It's called something. It's called it's that. Anish, you know that one thing that goes into loaf pans? It's like ice cream, but you put it in loaves.
What?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
What? I don't know the specific name.
You know it's like
Mochi?
semi-Fredo. That's what it's called.
Oh, semi-Fredo. Okay.
And I made it in little coffee cups, and it was coffee flavored because I remember Kevin telling me that
It
he
was
likes
coffee flavored.
And
Wow.
and yeah,
That's wow.
yeah, that
Damn.
it
That's
was
insane.
and I made like I spent a lot of time like getting the lighting all good, and I put like flowers and
Damn.
stuff, and I put
You did put
and
flowers.
and I don't know if you remember, but I got this Miles Davis recording, and so there was jazz.
Yeah, there was
playing in
like
the
jazz
background.
music. Yeah,
I
man.
had a lot
still
of fun.
to this day, like the caption or whatever. I don't know if it's mirrored or not, but
Yeah,
it
I
says
see.
the caption is shout out to you, man, for the catering.
I remember.
But,
I had a
yeah,
lot of
that's
fun.
the only reason why
I
that
really-
picture is still up.
Crazy.
I had a lot
Anyway.
of fun.
Yeah, that's dope.
Real one.
Cool. All right. Which one of the flock would you be most embarrassed to introduce to your significant other, and why?
I wouldn't be embarrassed. No, I wouldn't be embarrassed to introduce anyone to
Pick one.
The
my
cap.
significant. I'm not even joking. I wouldn't be embarrassed to introduce anyone to my significant other.
Not necessarily embarrassed, but maybe like apprehensive or like.
Yeah.
Damn, Manish, you really want
There's levels to it.
I'm
Camera's
I'm
speaking
really
facts
being
right now.
honest.
I mean,
Everyone's on the same level. Because it's like I really wouldn't mind it. I want my significant other to meet my friends. That's a really important part of
I follow that.
the things
I
I
think
like.
that makes sense.
So there's not one person that I think is
Okay.
I wouldn't want.
I kind of like that
Yeah.
answer. I kind of like that. What was the angriest you've been at a member of the squad?
As a member of the flock, definitely
Yeah.
a niche. Or definitely a niche.
Was it that one time?
There's so many.
specific, bro.
There's multiple times, but like even though I say that, Anish is definitely Anish is one of my close. Anish is my I can't properly
Brothers fight, bro.
describe it.
That happens.
I can't describe. Yeah, even though Anish and I fight, I feel that we're very, very, very close.
You want to describe? You want to describe one of those situations though, where maybe you didn't feel that way?
I always felt probably I don't know like if we're talking about like pure rage, I think that I think that it's the one that takes is probably like I forgot what it was about, but we fought on the bus. I think it was I don't know what it was about.
Sophomore year. There's a picture of it out there
You
somewhere.
remember that?
It was
I think
sophomore
it was-
year. I forget what it was exactly
I
about.
think it was cause that you kept on taking pictures of me and like laughing about it, and, and I was like, stop taking pictures of me.
And then you guys
there
got
was
a fight.
and then
won,
Here's
didn't he?
Sujay's face.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Such a good-
wild.
dude, I need to buy some striped shirts. Then I
Okay.
think another good one was like, oh no, this wasn't a niche, but when Kevin told everyone that I was gay,
Oh,
and
I
and then-
Snapchatted all your contacts.
yeah, and I got a lot of like, I got a lot
I'm
of
not
like,
proud of that.
like I
Oh,
remember Chris
damn.
Emily. Do you remember Emily's boyfriend Chris? He
Yeah,
sent me
yeah.
a message like, "Oh my God, I'm so proud of you," or something like that.
Oh man,
I was just
dirtbag.
no. I was pretty mad, but I was just embarrassed about that one. Another, I think
Even me at that stage, knew
I
that
wasn't as mad.
fucked up.
No, I think the worst, the one out, and then like the whole thing when Anisha like accused me of being a traitor for
Oh,
for going and
that
hanging
was-
out with Anna, and then tried to like proposed excommunicating me from the group. I was
Yep.
upset about that. I think but like the maddest was when I was taught when like Anish told I told Anish
He's
like,
getting a lot off his chest right now, guys.
I mean,
I was-
this is like nothing new, to be honest. Like, we've already like
Yeah.
discussed all this shit.
I think
Yeah.
the was when like me and Anish were I came to Anish's house because like me and my dad had a fight and he kicked me out, and then I told Anish not to tell, and then later in school he was like, I have 3 secrets, and
It was
one of them was what were they? One of them was like I think I told Anish once that I was like I'd like the hot box in between Anna's thighs.
That was disgusting.
That was one of
That
them.
was
no, it wasn't a hot
Another-
box. It was a
No,
microwave.
microwave.
Microwave. That's it. What's the other one? And then one of them was the
I forgot
last
the
one.
third
I was just like that one just made me sad. But that was the most mad
Yeah.
I've been. Yeah.
That was
Okay,
But
okay. That's a good response. That was a lot.
Yeah.
it's
a lot of rage.
Okay, and then final question before we sort of change it up a little bit. How did you feel about graduating? And I know you moved in with Alex, and I know Jimmy was there too, but in a sense, it was like it's kind of moving on a little bit from the squad and on to new things. So how did you feel about that?
I don't know. I never really thought about it like that. I guess it's because like I guess it's because like I still like me and Alex are still always boys, but I don't know. I always knew that. I always thought that like even if we didn't talk like all the time or anything like that like we did before, I still had this feeling of like I never thought that like it was like we were going our separate ways. I always thought that it was like on to better things, and like even if we're in other different places, like our friendship like keeps us close. So I never really thought about it like that. I mean, it was obviously scary, like to meet new people and all that. But like, I never thought. I always thought of it. I never thought of it as like, oh, this is like starting like some sort of like mass diaspora or something. I always thought that it was like, oh, this will mean like when we grow up, now we'll be able to do like more fun stuff. And like Six Flags was like the beginning of it. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Like we'll do more like
That's
going to different places together and all that. That's what I
agree,
thought,
man.
At least.
I agree. I think you articulated that very nicely.
Great.
Cool.
All right, it's time. Sujay, now in the next, I guess, couple questions, we're just gonna throw some, I guess, slightly hot button topics at you. Maybe just ask you for some opinions. And I just want you to give like your first like knee jerk reaction to like each one.
Okay.
Of these questions. Alrighty. So let's start it off. What's your favorite sports team, and why?
Sports team?
Yeah.
Sports team. Like I said, I don't have a favorite sports team. I have a favorite player, Kawhi. Kawhi's my favorite
was the
player.
next
Okay, but what about team?
So
Doesn't
then,
have
Team?
one.
Team is difficult
so would it be
Hmm.
for
Clippers
some
then?
people.
No,
No,
pick the
I don't
Warriors.
have any attachment to the Clippers.
Boy from the
Hmm.
Bay.
You don't care about any teams?
What about the
It's not-
Spurs? You don't like the
I
Spurs
do
anymore?
like. I love watching I think if any team, I love watching old Spurs games and stuff like that. But I like more like about the player. The players are more important to me than the team. Like Manu, Tony, and Tim. That trio is
All
more
Spurs
important.
players.
Well, yeah, but like
That was the point,
trio,
Ishan.
that trio is more important than the team. And because they were together, I like the Spurs a lot. But
Okay.
yeah, I think
cool.
I'm more of player centric kind of person than
So you were
team.
talking about how you like Kawhi.
Yeah.
So if you had to pinpoint, like, I guess, like maybe like one or two reasons as to why you like Kawhi, what would they be?
It's kind of like why everyone likes, I don't know, maybe but like, you know why people like Vegeta or not Vegeta, but like Sasuke.
I
He's
know.
like
Yeah, I'm exactly one of those.
he doesn't talk that much, but he's like, you could tell he cares, and he's so he doesn't say much, but he's like he like taught his game speaks for itself, and he doesn't do a lot of showboating because like he knows that his game's like is like that good that like no one else, he doesn't need to say anything, and everyone's just like, God damn, he really just did that, you know?
Yeah, unlike your
That's
talking
really
about
cool.
us.
I really fuck
Okay.
with that analogy. Sujay. The Vegeta of the NBA, word. Favorite athlete, I guess we already went over that.
Yeah, we
favorite
went over
video
that.
game.
Favorite what?
Video game.
Video game. I don't know. There's this game I played recently called Persona 5. I like that one. Yeah, I like that one.
What's appealing about the game?
It's got this really cool story where like you go through these people go through people's like minds to like stop, and they're called the Phantom Thieves, and they go through people's minds to stop like criminals, and it's really
It's like
cool
Inception.
because
Sounds a lot like Inception.
it's kind of like Inception, and it's really cool because like there's this one dude who's like he's this artist who has pupils, but all of his works are he steals from his pupils, and he gets his pupils from like they're all people who rely on him for housing and like food and all of that, so they have to give him his stuff, and so you do this Inception shit, and you go into his mind to like to basically make him like confess the truth, and it's called For Them to Have a Change of Heart, and it's this really cool, and so his place is like this, so his mind, it's called a palace. His palace is this huge like art museum, and so you go through this whole thing, and it's really cool.
That's dope. That's dope, man. I ain't follow shit, but that's dope.
I feel like this one's like really straightforward. MJ or LeBron?
MJ. He's just
Good
cool.
answer.
Next. Okay.
That's the correct answer right there. All right.
Okay.
Top 5, I guess, artists could be like,
Usher's eyebrows went up.
could be other artists. Anything?
Like top artists. I think the people I listen to the most are like Anderson .Paak.
Interesting.
Kendrick. Tyler the Creator.
Future, huh?
Who else?
He's about to say Frank Ocean.
No, I don't listen to. Let me pull up Spotify to see. I've been listening to a lot of Thundercat lately. I really like
Thundercat. Shit. Like the old Thundercat.
He-
Like on what is that one song? What, you know? Like,
I don't know.
The music video has him like a samurai.
I haven't seen any of his music videos. I just went onto I saw him play the bass once, and he plays the bass. The way he plays the bass, he is so good.
What is that one song where he's like, I'm looking for my heart. I don't know, dude.
Yeah. How does it go, Cameron? Tell us how it goes.
I'm not sure.
Off the range.
I'm not, bro. I don't know.
I really like Kanye.
Let
I really
me
like
in.
old Kanye. I've been listening
Old
to a lot of
Kanye.
old Kanye.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, so
And
that's five. That's five, man.
that's around. Okay, that's 5. Yeah.
Yep.
There's a lot of
Cool.
people I listen to.
That's an interesting list. That's an interesting list for sure.
So I guess out of those, who's your favorite, and what are your 5 favorite songs from that artist?
I think that my favorite's Kendrick, but I think my favorite song is "Flashing Lights." I think that's.
Oh,
I think
okay.
Kanye just has so. Kanye has more song.
Classic.
The songs just like I just like keep on hearing them in my head. Like there's so many of them, you know.
They're
Like
catchy.
yeah, like New Workout Plan. I love that song. I love
That song is such a
Flashing
meme.
Lights.
Song is great.
So
Is that off
good.
graduation?
Yeah.
No, that's off
No. It's off
of
of
Late registration.
College Dropout.
Oh,
yeah.
it was off later.
College
No,
Dropout.
it's off
It's on
College
College
Oh, it's
Dropout.
called Dropout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, what was the best
Uh,
Kanye album?
Best Kanye.
My Beautiful Dark
Graduation.
Twisted
Yeah.
Graduation.
No,
Graduation's
I
number
was
2
going to
for
say
me.
graduation too.
Graduation
I felt
number 2
like
for
you
me.
were
College
saying
Dropout number 3.
I
Actually,
feel- oh my
808s
God,
might be up there
serious?
too.
You can make an argument for anything except really like I guess his last couple albums.
Yay. Yeah.
It's like the last
I
few.
liked
Ye
Ye a
and,
lot.
It was
I think Ye.
okay.
I liked it. I mean, I liked it too, but I wouldn't say it's like one of the
Yeah,
great.
Ye
Yikes.
doesn't.
I just like
Ye
yikes.
doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't
I
hold
lo-
up to the other ones.
I liked what's that? There was one Ye song that I think was really really good.
Stronger,
Uh,
power.
Ghost
Jesus
Town,
Walks.
on Ye, Ghost Town. I don't know if
Oh.
maybe it's like kind of a, but Ghost Town is so good. It's like
Yeah.
do you know? It's like it's really good. And
Cool.
yeah, there's just a lot of like Addiction. I think Addiction is such a good
Okay.
song. Addiction is
This
such
is-
Yeah.
a good song.
All right, so I think the conclusion here is that your favorite artist is actually Kanye, not Kendrick.
No. I like. There's a
but-
lot. I could talk
Best
about
Kendrick
Kendrick
album.
as
But anyways,
it's
What's your favorite
easily
Kendrick
to
album?
Pimp a Butterfly.
Anyways.
It's not even close. It's to Pimp a Butterfly.
It's To
Every
Pimp a
single song
Butterfly?
is
Okay.
every
Wait,
single
second.
song is great.
Well, second favorite, the second best album. I think I know what you're about to say too.
I think you think I'm gonna say Section 80, but it's
No.
I think it's Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, man.
Yeah,
Dude,
100%.
I know we're trying to
Okay.
keep it moving, but I just got to get this taken. To Pimp a Butterfly might be the most unlistenable like project.
No, are you kidding? Unlistenable. There's no
Yeah.
unlistenable part of it.
Bro,
what are you talking about? Unlistenable?
Like I could. Okay, well, actually, there's a
all
certain.
right, we're not
there's
gonna-
definitely
I can
a
agree
certain
with-
probably
vibe.
debate. Okay, guys, we can probably debate that for about 20 minutes. Unfortunately,
We
we
can
did
make
not
that up. When
have
we
that.
run out of interviews, that's what we should make
Unfortunately,
these.
we can have
Debates?
a bonus
Like
segment.
debates. But
Yeah.
debates
Yeah.
about fun shit.
Yeah.
Word. Okay, next one, Anish.
Yeah. All right. So, what's your I guess like favorite movie or TV show? Like any sort of visual media?
Any sort of visual media? I really like I really really like The Office. I think The Office is
Okay.
great. I like The Good Place. So I think The Good Place is really 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 underrated.
Redefining the sitcom.
It's so good. What else? Yeah, I mean, there's this in terms of like movies. There's this movie called Your Name. It's really really good. It's really good. It also I've been watching a lot of Studio Ghibli movies. I really like Spirited Away. I think a lot of Studio Ghibli movies are super
Oh,
underrated.
Your Name
Is that-
is
are those
also
anime?
one
Is
of
that
those.
like an
Yeah,
anime
Your
That's
Name
an
is
anime.
also.
It was like
yeah,
a.
it's an animated movie.
It was
extremely good.
Howl's Moving Castle a Ghibli movie?
Yeah, that was.
Dude, that was
Your
so
Name isn't a
good.
Ghibli movie, but it's really good. It's like it's so well drawn. It's like I like it when
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
when there's
That's
something
true.
visually
I like
compelling.
I like Into the Spider-Verse for a lot of those same reasons too.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
I think it's
But yeah,
kind of it's fresh.
cool.
Word.
Yeah,
And
and then Is there like a, and we don't have to launch like a huge dialogue if it's controversial, but just quick knee jerk. Is there like a current event or some circumstance that
Controversial.
you just have a
like,
strong opinion on?
Uh,
gay marriage. No.
No, not. I mean, it's not. I don't see.
That's your one for the show.
Not to let another like 7 fly. Don't even worry about it.
I don't know. I think that if Biden wins like the Democratic national primaries, that's like it's
I mean, bro already got
I mean,
Biden dropped out. Or no,
Byrne
already
dropped out.
he didn't, but he didn't drop out.
But like,
He didn't drop out yet. He suspended all of his things, and it's like it's thinking that he's gonna like,
done.
but
no, but like
yeah,
he
he's
said
probably
he's done.
done. But
So
I think that's
what's
like
your take?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a hot take, but I think it's like if you're voting for Biden, then I think that you're kind of oblivious to a lot of the issues at hand, such as
Okay.
like this. Yeah,
Interesting.
that's
Okay.
Okay.
Do you think Bernie Sanders would beat Donald Trump though?
I don't know a lot about politics, but I think that the stuff that he's talking about is a lot. It's like I don't want someone who's going to be a little bit different, but mostly the same. I want someone who's going to change stuff because a lot of things need to be changed. So I don't really.
Yeah. Okay. For
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ishan.
and then for the next 15, we're
Well,
gonna
you
we're
guys
gonna
should wave to
play.
each other. CJ, wave to him. Just be like.
Okay. I'm okay. Hope you're okay. Hope that did what you wanted it to.
I should have videoed it.
I mean, this is recorded. But yeah. So we're gonna go into the member of the flock most likely to. We have some interesting ones at hand. So number 1, member of the flock most likely to get sensitive over a joke.
Sensitive over a joke. I think Ashwin.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I think Ashwin.
Yeah.
I don't see
that's
any
fair.
pushback from us.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
Member of the flock most likely to take it too far with one of their jokes.
Probably a niche.
Interesting.
Yeah, great.
Probably a niche.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Anish do be taking it there.
I mean, if not me, then who else?
What, do you think there's someone else?
There's candidates, man. I would say
Yeah,
Cameron. I think
I would say
personally.
I would
Cameron
say
and
Cameron.
Anish.
I'd say
Cameron and
Cameron.
Anish are
Yeah.
fighting for that one.
There are candidates, but I think that Cameron sometimes he has a filter more than Anish.
He does not.
Okay. Okay.
I know when to stop.
Ishan is speaking from a very personal
It's
experience
different.
set.
No, it's
So
okay.
it's different perspectives.
Yeah.
But anyways, member of the flock most likely to get plastic surgery.
Plastic surgery? I have no idea. I don't know anyone. I don't know. Plastic surgery. I don't know. Is there anyone who plastic surgery?
I think it's difficult because we're all males, right? Like what?
That's
like
true,
common,
yeah.
male plastic surgery like happens at like lipo.
I can see Usher getting a dick filler. I can see Usher
Oh
getting
my
a dick
And there he goes.
Wait, what did
And there he
Ashwin do?
goes. Goodbye.
Usher
Usher's gone.
No, I'm back. I'm not leaving.
Usher's
I'm not
gone.
leaving.
No,
So, like,
Usher's,
come on,
Usher's
man,
not
don't do
gone, but he's gone.
But no, I'm gonna make a quick comment on this. Okay, you said I'm gonna
Okay.
get the dick filler, bro. Sujay called me saying, "Ashwin, will you take penis pills with me?" He asked me
Expose
this.
him.
Okay, okay.
Expose
I
him.
love how-
Yeah,
I
you
love-
can't.
I love how this is
a dick filler.
I love how this is an example of Usher getting too sensitive
Yes,
about something.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah,
Usher
that's
getting
bad.
so
He's
sensitive about
validated.
That's funny as
But
fuck.
yeah,
Oh, man.
we should have take penis pills just to like.
Okay,
I just want to
okay.
see what happens.
Come on, move on. Next
Okay.
question.
All right, so I guess this is like almost
why we
somewhat
can't
related,
release these
but
tapes.
but next question: member of the flock most likely to make their significant other get plastic surgery.
That's an interesting
I
question.
don't know. I don't think anyone would. I hope that none of that. I don't think anyone that in the
Answer
group
the
would.
question.
I have no. I'm
Even if it's like
Most
0.1%
likely
chance
to
of happening.
is the key
It's
is the
like-
key phrase here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it could.
like obviously there's like the obvious candidates like who like you think because Anish and Kevin talk about that girl that it's just but it's like I know them. I don't think either of them.
I'm
would.
not like that. Come on now, don't lump me in with that.
Okay. I didn't
on
mean
now.
anything by it.
Your boy Cuff now. I can't be doing all that.
Yeah, I
That
don't
doesn't
think,
mean
I don't
anything.
Think,
Yeah, it does.
I don't think anyone. I don't think anyone
Name.
would.
You gotta
Name
pick
someone.
one.
What do you mean by
You gotta pick one. Even if it's like
one?
It's most
0.1%
likely
chance of
to.
happening.
Right.
Here,
Yeah.
I'll pick me. I'll pick me because I don't think that I don't know anyone of you guys. Just so that we can move the. I don't know. I don't think any of you guys. I wouldn't.
Okay, sure.
think any-
we got- we got no
We'll keep it moving then.
Real one.
Member of the flock most likely to hold a grudge.
Anish.
Yeah, member of the flock.
No.
Huh?
No,
What's
wait.
up? Oh, for real? Oh, I thought
Anish
that was
holds a.
going.
This was
Anish holds a-
surprising.
Anish holds a grudge, but like Anish doesn't care that much. Anish cares, but he doesn't care that much. I think Kevin kinda a little bit. I think Kevin kinda Kevin, Anish, and Ashwin kinda have it like tied up. I think you
so?
three
Ishan, high
kind of
five
have
me real
it.
quick.
Huh?
Word.
Man,
Actually, no, not
if you do me wrong,
ah.
I'll remember it. I'm not gonna deny that.
Yeah, that's like.
See,
that's,
that right
that's
there,
a
right
factual
there.
piece.
I feel like
No,
you
yeah.
definitely.
No, I'll remember it.
I can see
Like,
it.
I'll remember for sure.
No, I'll
Yeah,
remember.
I'm not.
You best believe I'll remember.
Anish will remember it too.
I mean, yeah, it just like goes without being said.
Anish, you call yourself King Petty. I don't want to hear it.
I mean,
But
it's not
Anish
like
also
I
Anish
actually
does all of
know that.
Anish always does that
Yeah,
stuff
Anish
just to
talks
put on a
that.
show.
Yeah.
Here,
that's
go
true.
on.
But member of the flock most likely to get a freaky tattoo.
Me.
Sad.
I want to get a tattoo. I want to get a
Yeah.
tattoo.
A freaky one?
I
What do you
remember
mean
you
by
want to get
freaky?
the Andre Krolinko
Like a tramp stamp.
bird on your back.
The
Or like a
AK-47.
space tat or something.
No, I want to get a chocolate chip cookie on my right shoulder, just like
Okay.
on the back on my right
What'd you say?
shoulder.
Oh boy.
Chocolate chip cookie
On his right shoulder.
on my right shoulder.
Okay. Let's pray to whatever you believe in that doesn't happen. Member of the flock most likely to help their friend bury a dead body and never tell anybody.
Bury a body and not tell anybody.
Hey Cameron, can you limit that a
Cameron.
little bit?
I think it's Cameron.
Yeah. There's some background
Cameron or
noise.
me?
Hey,
Are you think Cameron?
Cameron or me? I
Okay.
think
Got you.
I'll
Okay.
I'll do that for you, Sujay. I got you.
I would do that for you too.
Okay. Before that, before this ends up in a court.
Need me some
Oh,
homies
yeah,
who are
we do
ready
not
to
mean
take
anything
lives,
that we
bro.
say.
Yeah, someone throw a disclaimer out there. Okay, member of the flock most likely to hook up with a complete stranger.
Oh, complete stranger.
I think I know this one, but let's see what you
I
have.
actually don't know.
Maybe Ashwin or Cameron.
That's
Yeah,
accurate.
I
I was
think
gonna say
so.
Ashwin, but I think
Yeah.
Cameron's up there too.
Yeah, I think Ashwin, Cameron. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I see no arguments there. Most likely to refuse to have sex with someone unless they're the one.
They're the one. Oh, the one. Jimmy.
Oh.
I don't mean anything by that. I don't.
That's a good answer.
I wasn't
You
even
spit.
thinking.
I didn't mean anything
That's
by
good.
it.
That's a good answer.
No,
I
I think that's subjectively the correct answer here.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. But I didn't mean anything by that. Like anything bad by that.
That's like a principle that some
Yeah.
people live
Yeah,
by.
yeah,
You know, there's
yeah.
nothing wrong with that at all. Member of the flock most likely to stalk their crush.
Oh, what do you mean by was stalk? Like internet stalking?
physical,
Oh,
stalking
Anish or me? I think.
Whoa.
Yeah, we back.
Wait. He just said you're the most likely to stalk someone. To stalk
Oh,
their
that's
crush.
so accurate.
Yeah, I know, right? Yes.
Really? More than you, Sujay?
Anish would. I
know
think
all
me and
about the
I
betting.
would say.
Everybody knows that.
I think I also have the tendency of just
Joe
being
Mata?
like obsessing over things. Like looking at I would never like I would never like try to find stuff that like I wouldn't try to go and like look for try and like find her stuff without already knowing her. But if I knew her and I had all of her like her like Instagram,
God.
I would just like scroll on her Instagram. And I know that, but I know
Okay.
that a lot of
I'm
that
with
all,
you. Absolutely.
I know
You gotta
guys
vet
would
for
too.
yourself.
Like,
No, I mean,
it's
I
not
think
even
Look at
vetting.
look at their
It's just like,
Instagram. I mean, yeah,
that's
look
just
at
like
Instagram.
natural. Like,
What the
yeah,
fuck?
yeah, it's
Yeah,
just natural.
that's not stalking.
yeah, I don't think that's stalking.
Nah,
But
you
yeah,
would
I think
you would trail some girls, Sujay.
I would not. I see. I don't have the patience for that. I
Yeah,
don't have
you
the
do.
patience for that.
You have a lot of patience.
I
Bro,
would.
you
I
had a
would.
lot of
I've seen you do.
Yeah.
I've seen you exhibit the patience in the past.
Okay, I mean, actually, maybe you're right.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Ashwin. I think I could see Ashwin doing it too.
No, Usher wouldn't.
Just,
I don't see
Ashwin
that.
is
like
just-
fuck.
Like as far
Yo,
as
I
like
don't
she
see
belonged to the streets. She belonged to the streets, bro. That's what I do.
Usher's not stalking anybody. Usher's above that.
I think I could see Alex. I think I could see Alex doing it too.
Alex?
Really?
Yeah.
I can't see that at
I
all.
couldn't see Alex
No.
doing it.
No,
I think
not at
Alex
all.
is a
Alex
lot.
is
I
like-
think Alex.
I think-
Alex doesn't
Alex is
show
like-
it a lot, but I think he's actually he obsesses over things a lot. I think so. I think Alex. I think I'll go.
Okay, that answer was all over the place, but
There's a
but
lot
okay.
of. I don't. Yeah. It's fun.
Okay. Member of the flock most likely to become a sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy.
Oh, I got to answer.
yeah, whoever cooked up this question is a goat.
That's a good one.
Thank
I
you.
think maybe Ashwin or Anish. Ashwin or Anish. I think.
I wouldn't have thought of
I see
Wait.
Ashwin.
I mean,
I
I'm
see
fine
Usher-
with Ashwin,
Usher was
just
the-
like, why me?
I don't know. I could just see you getting a lot of money.
Ashwin keeping
I'm
it
just
in
only
that
people the ones who I think will
Fuck
make a
with
lot
that
of money.
explanation.
But Ashwin I could see.
I can see
Ashwin
that.
I could see. Anish I can mildly see.
Cool.
A lot
Most
of these
likely to
questions.
become a trophy husband.
Ooh, trophy husband. Me. I'd love to become a trophy husband.
King shit.
Okay.
Don. I would have said Ashwin again.
I wouldn't have said Ashwin.
Bruh.
That one's like I feel like there's no way Ashwin.
Those-
Yeah,
Ashwin
I was
would-
gonna say like
Ashwin-
the last
Ashwin
two
would-
don't go together.
Ashwin's
gonna
too
be like a
competitive.
They're polar
Ashwin's too
opposites.
competitive to be. Ashwin's too competitive to be in a relationship where he's not like the best. You know,
Facts.
I don't know about that.
that's so true. I
It
feel.
is.
Ashwin. Actually, never mind. That's not your
It feel a
team yet.
little bad, but it's not bad.
I think I think me.
I feel like Ashwin is the kind of guy who would be pissed if his wife was making more money than him.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Kevin's 100% right. That's what I wanted to say, but I said it in a different way.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Anyways, I'm not okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna comment on that. Anyways,
I thought you said
Remember
this was
the flock?
100%. I thought you said this was
No,
100.
Ah,
not
okay,
because
okay,
not
fine.
because
Yeah,
he's the
no,
man.
I would-
He's like competitive.
Yeah, that's why.
I was
Kevin, I
just
think
gonna
that's
say I
safe,
would
too.
kind of feel the same way though. Anyways, member of the flock most likely to become a total recluse in the future.
Me?
Yeah, that's
I feel like
accurate.
that's Kyle.
Yeah.
No, it's Jimmy.
Oh,
No,
Yeah,
no.
He's a competitor.
Jimmy would just
Jimmy, like-
interact with different people. Jimmy would just interact with
it's
different
Sujay.
people.
It's
I think
Sujay.
it's me.
Member of the flock most likely to buy a sex robot in the year 2040.
Whoa, sex robot. Me and Anish, I'd say.
Drove me in yesterday. Why?
I think so. I think so.
Wait, who do you say?
Me
Him
and Anish.
Sujay, or him and Anish. Not Anish, man.
I'm lost.
I think I can see it. I can see it.
I think you just
2040,
try-
that's a long time from now. Actually, yeah, 2040? Damn.
Right. That just
Yeah,
means like you
okay.
won't be married probably.
Yeah, that's probably accurate.
Damn. You got it, man. I believe you.
Go on, go on.
Member of the flock most likely to get caught up in a pyramid scheme.
Me? Me? I think I'm pretty gullible.
Oh man, at least you're honest. Member of the flock most likely to win the lottery and then go into debt the following year.
Maybe Cameron?
He'd buy that bling, man. He'd be buying that jewelry.
Buy gold
Yeah,
chain.
yeah.
First thing
Yeah.
he buys is gold chain.
That's what would get him in
yeah.
trouble,
So
man. Is
what-
this
first
jewelry. That one shop at the mall that he always looked at,
Facts.
Cameron, where when you worked there, you'd always walk past it.
Bro, I'm
Yeah,
not even
I'd get you in
cap. I
trouble.
was thinking me too.
That gets you in a little bit of trouble.
I was like, damn, it's probably either him or me.
But I don't mean anything bad by it.
No, it's facts.
Go on. More. I
Remember-
like these. They're fun.
Okay, monkey. That wasn't meant in a racist way. Disclosure. That wasn't meant in any type of way.
Okay.
Remember the
okay.
flock. Member of the flock most likely to refuse to admit that they're wrong about something.
Ooh.
I feel like there are a couple people.
There's a lot. There are
a couple
Ooh.
people, I think.
I think. Ooh. Alex, Ushman, Kevin, then Anish.
Yeah, I can see
Actually, that's half. That's half. But I think yeah, Alex. Or no. I think probably. So yeah, some order of those with Alex being on the bottom. I don't know, and then Ashwin, Anish, and Kevin being in. Actually, no, Kevin's pretty. I think, but those four, I think.
Okay. I would throw you in there too, but
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah,
No, I can see.
just
Actually,
like
yeah,
you,
actually,
but-
no, I think me too.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'd
You're
say
right.
Remember,
you're in
CJ?
there.
You remember Brender? Anish, remember Brender?
Yo, wasn't this the fake friend?
Brender.
I
Oh
was
my
telling you, his
God.
name was
Fake friend.
Brender. There's a guy
Yeah,
named
not
Brender
CJ.
there.
You're 100% in there.
That's fair.
All right, we have a couple more. Member of the flock most likely to go on a killing spree after a bad day.
Ashwin, no doubt, no
Ashwin?
cap, it's Ashwin. No cap, it's Ashwin. Not even close.
Man, I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm tired of all these fucking pictures, man. I'm tired of these kids making fun of me. Making fun of the girls I hooked up with, man. Fuck that shit.
Maya Shah, if
But,
you listen to this
did
chat,
Ashwin hook up with
Bro.
that girl that you put in?
I just
Did Ashwin hook up with that girl?
I made
you
out with her. I made out.
What's
with
wrong
her.
with that? Good for Ashwin.
Because yeah.
Yeah, no, shout out to the bro, Maya Shah.
Shut the fuck up.
You're
Remember-
such a dick. Oh my
This
god.
is why I
This
can't
is why
say anything to
You're
it. No,
such an asshole.
like no, I can't share this shit with the niche. Anyone else, it's fine. Anyone
That's
else,
wrong.
is, oh, it's
Yeah,
fine.
I mean,
You know
Anish,
what's even
you
better?
really
You know
don't
what's
need to
even
do
better
it
than
like
not sharing it though is not letting it happen.
Y'all are such dicks.
Fuck
Y'all
off.
are such.
I'm just saying that's
Ashwin's
the
gotten
first line
more.
of defense.
bro. We
Ashwin's
all
gotten
made
more
mistakes.
action than
We all made
than
mistakes.
Anish, but Anish is all up on him. All of you dumb.
Abstinence. What can I say?
I think
You abstinence, lie.
Abstinence. That's what we practicing now. 2020.
Go on to the next question.
Shout out Jess.
okay. Member of the flock most likely to forget to text you happy birthday.
Ooh. I think Alex. He's pretty forgetful.
Okay.
Not out of anything mean. Just like he's just really forgetful.
I can see that. Okay. Cool. All right, and then this is the last one we have, but member of the flock most likely to drive across the country to help you in a time of need.
I think me or Cameron.
Damn, respect, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
want
gonna
to
be
put
you,
myself
CJ.
up in there. I feel like that's a
No,
decision.
I
agree with
why
that
would
answer.
you- no,
What do you guys
that's
think? I
valid.
think it would be Sujay.
No,
Yeah,
Anish
I
got to be
would
up there
probably
too.
go with CJ.
Anish, didn't you drive to get Suda from Champagne?
Yeah.
That is
Fuck
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Anish.
Anish
I was
is up there
always,
too,
I was
man.
thinking
Yeah.
Anish as
Dude,
well.
I literally had nothing to do, and I was just
Dude,
like,
I'm such an asshole. I can't believe it. See, I have such bad memory. I think it probably would be. Yeah, it's probably Anish.
It's probably.
I agree.
CJ.
It's Anish.
Oh,
I don't want to pick myself.
look at that! Look at that!
Don't say
Mutual
oh.
friendship right there.
That's
Cool. All right, man. So that wraps it up for the questions.
What?
But I think.
No, I want.
But the
Well,
last,
we can talk.
the
It's
last
just the
one-
end of the recording.
No. But how we usually end this show though is we give you your
Usually.
props, man. We live in some trying times right now, and it sort of makes you think that not everything you have can be taken for granted. You mentioned that having this squad in general is not something that everybody enjoys. And I think just the fact that we've all been so close for so long and really haven't gotten in real fights, you know, even though we like mess with each other, you know what I'm saying? Cameron made you eat beef.
Bro, I knew you were gonna bring
I
that
didn't
up.
eat
I
it.
didn't
You
even
just kind of
say anything about it.
What's a show?
I didn't eat it. He just kind of shoved it into my mouth.
Right.
That's what she said.
Lord.
But
You didn't even have to involve this. We could have gone that whole episode without even saying about that, bro.
but yeah, man. But
Dude, in my episode, I'm gonna mention that time how you almost drowned me in like first grade.
that's fair. But anyways, my point was that I think it's important nowadays to tell people how you feel about them, you know, when you can, right? So Sujay, I will say, like, I was a dick to you early on.
I don't
and I
blame you or
think one of
anything
the
for that.
reasons
I harp on it, but just because it's funny. I don't hold any grudges over that or anything like that.
okay.
I'm being completely honest. We're just kids, and it was fun. It gives a fun anecdote.
Okay.
I have no.
I mean, objectively, I was a dick though, but I think it just speaks to, like, you've always been, I think, the most caring out of all of us, and I think you're one of the most caring people I know. One of the nicest, kindest, always down to ride, right? Like you're always down to do even some stupid shit that I sometimes scratch my head at. But I always like respect
Yeah,
it.
that's what makes it
I
fun.
always respect it though, because it makes things fun. It spices up things, and yeah, adds a little bit of color to life, you know.
Thank
So
you. I appreciate that.
just wanted to give you that. If anyone else wants to add anything, chime in.
If I could add in, CJ, I was also, you know, one of my best friends for sure. Past, present, even if we like don't see each other all the time. That's why I keep.
Do you remember when we went to? Do you remember when we went? We went to the train station. And we were
Dude,
just
that is the most
waiting.
ghetto train station ever.
I have a lot of fond memories of that. Just like hanging out at the train station talking. I remember that.
Before Chicago?
I really liked that. No, we went Cameron came and he had to go. He came to here, and then he had to go to to IUPUI, or he came to Champaign, and so
yeah, it was
we
a bus
hung
station.
out. Yeah, we hung
It was
out
a
for
bus
2
station.
hours, and then we went and walked to the bus station, and we just talked the whole time.
Oh,
and
or is that time? You remember the time my dad bought us like Chinese food at that place across from your apartment?
Yeah.
Well,
and then
aside from that, I was just saying, super good friend of mine. I was super caring and also just like such a real person, like a raw dude. Like, I mean, I know you talked about how like you would like just like self-conscious about what other people thought, but I would see you in high school. I would, even through all the mismatched clothes and shit, like I'd be like, damn.
I stand by it.
No, I was like, damn,
like,
damn. That guy, like, not in a bad way, like, damn, he don't give a fuck. Like, he's living, like,
doing him. He's on his own way.
Yeah, he's doing him. It's like, I wish I could be more like that. Because dude, it took me so long to realize, like, who gives a fuck about what other people think? Like, it took me and I felt like, I don't know, I just felt like you figured it out earlier than me.
True shit.
That's real.
Thank you.
But yeah.
Cool.
You're a class individual.
Yeah, bro.
Really, all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Not trying to get too senti. You already know what
I
it
love
is.
you, dude. I was introduced to you as the nicest guy I know.
Hey, yo, you're giving me too much props.
You want to Anna's favorites, the superior Anna. Anyways, that's gonna be a wrap though.
Wait, Ashwin, did you say anything?
Oh yeah, shit.
Yo, cut this man.
Bro.
You have to say that.
Anyways,
gonna
that's a
say-
wrap. No, I'm kidding,
Oh, bro,
I'm kidding,
fuck you.
I'm kidding.
I was gonna say, like, you know, you're always like the first person I would like talk to out of anyone, you know, if I'm like going through some shit, right? Even like when we're away at school, you know, if I'm ever going through something, like there was one time I literally called you at like 2 a.m. and you picked up, and like you're the only guy who would ever do that. So
that was Alex's birthday.
I don't know. I don't remember if it was Alex's birthday, but like, yeah, like I knew you'd pick up, and it means a lot. You're always there for everyone.
Thanks.
Facts.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. With that, Sujay, appreciate you coming on the show. Maybe you can be a host for the next one.
Maybe one
day. Maybe one day, we'll see. But
You make him sound like a Make-A-Wish kid, bro.
but yeah, man. Second episode. Had a good time. Shout out all my co-hosts. Shout out Young
Yes,
Yeesh, Young
sir.
Bands Cameron.
Hey,
You,
hey,
Sean.
well,
I was trying to work on that intro though.
All right,
yo,
bet.
we all separated. We all separated in different places. Or all trapped into 217.
Hell yeah.
All right, and then a special shout out goes to Sujay. And with
Thank
that,
you.
we out.
I'm not doing that.
Okay, I respect that.
All right, peace.
Bitch.